Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome, General Boozer, Mrs. Lois Rapp, Captain Weeman, Captain Deal, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, students, relatives, friends, and most importantly today, members of the class of 2014. Seniors. I think sometimes we forget this is the culminating ceremony of a trip from kindergarten or even preschool all the way through the senior year. So we'll congratulate you many times today, but you all made it. Seniors, you're prepared to move on. You have the knowledge and skills to be successful in today's world. It will be sad to see you go, but we'll look forward to seeing you grow and change during the coming years. There are a few statistics that I would like to share with the audience about this class. First of all, I think they're a wonderful group of young people. There are 57 members in the class of 2014, 28 young women and 29 young men. As far as longevity in this community is concerned, 13 of them have been here since birth. 29 and several have come each year, like second grade, third grade, etc. 29 started in the 9th grade, and 6 came for this, their senior year, which we all know is a tough transition, but you did it well. As far as future plans are concerned, 4 will enlist in the military, 8 plan to attend a 2-year college, 37 plan to attend a 4-year college, and 9 are undecided. Scholarships and future education. As I said, this is an exceptional class. They've earned approximately $2 million in financial aid and scholarships. And they will attend They will attend colleges and universities across the United States, and some will go to college right here in Japan. I want to thank all the local organizations that awarded scholarships to our Zama seniors. It does cost a small fortune to send a student to college these days, so I'm sure the students and their families greatly appreciate this support. I would like to now introduce our senior class president, Saad Almomory.
All right, to clear things up, my name's Saad. All right. You're good, Mr. Derr. All right. I know no one likes long speeches, so I'm going to try to make this go as quickly as I can. Classmates, families, educators, and friends, thank you for attending today's ceremony. I promise not to throw too many yo's and do's in this, but that's just how I talk here. Given our environment and background, I thought a general quote would be appropriate. Accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory. George Patton. Today is not a capstone or a new beginning, but just another challenge. We are accustomed to challenges. We have few peers across American high schools that can relate to our experiences. Our individual stories and challenges are impressive, but our collective success is epic. Enduring change is the essence of growth, and we have grown tremendously since our freshman year. Every year saying goodbye to friends as close as family, but picking up new ones just as quickly to put into our fold. Our first senior trip was a little awkward. I mean, we never really hung out as a class, we didn't know what to say, but as we grew together and started hanging out more, we began to actually know that we all love each other. None of us has ever lived in a pond, each life touching another. Despite the size of our class, we lived in a great ocean, the turbulence of which has prepared us for the next big change, graduation. Thank you to community. At Zama, friends are family. We rally around each other to share, laugh, and grieve as one. The 4-year transformation to senior flew by not because of friendship and great times, but because of all the great memories we had. After graduation, we'll take a piece of each other away, but we won't lose that sharpened edge as we all try to define Patton's quote, "Acceleration to victory." There are countless memories to recall, some positive and some negative. The memories will fade, but not how we made each other feel and how we grew. To the class of 2014, always remember that no matter how hard it seems to be, always be true to yourself. Never be afraid to venture into the unknown. Stay positive and always believe you can. Our future is wide open. It's waiting for us to go forward and embrace it. So as my last act, as senior class president, I ask you guys one thing. No matter the struggle, no matter how hard it seems to be, push through it as we push through these past 4 years. So thank you guys. Thank you, class of 2014. You guys are my family. I love you guys. I just hope the best for you guys in the future. Thank you.
And I am this year's, I'm not going to say this year, salutatorian. I just found out that I was salutatorian a few days ago, so my speech is going to be really short. So bear with me. First of all, I want to thank and congratulate all the soon-to-be graduates. Because we dedicated ourselves to school, whether it was sports, extracurricular activities, or academics, we are able to proudly walk across this stage today. Even when times were tough, we supported each other to do our best. To the teachers who supported us for 4 years, we can't thank you enough. Your teachings helped us gain skill, knowledge, and lessons about life. To our family members who gave us unconditional love, thank you. Even at our worst times, you guys continue to support us and will continue to do so in the future. And lastly, to our friends, thank you for being there, listening to us rant, talk about anything and everything. You guys really helped us go through college. And as a personal thank you to my dad and my mom and my brother for always being there for me. And now as graduates, let's not forget the true meaning of graduating high school. Although graduation signifies the end of high school, it also signifies new beginnings. Some of us will move on to college, some will start working, and some might even enjoy a gap year. However, no matter what we do, let's give it our all to live life to the fullest. Shout out Mr. Chester! In all honesty, I am unsure of what I am going to do or be in the future, and I bet some of you guys feel the same way. However, with unlimited opportunities ahead of us, let's move forward with confidence and seek a life with no regrets. Once again, congratulations and good luck. I love you guys.
morning, parents, friends, teachers, guests, everyone watching on the live stream, and of course, my fellow graduates, and welcome to Zama American High School's Class of 2014 graduation. My name is Sophia Walker, and I am this year's valedictorian. Like Ann and Saad said before me, we really do want to thank all of our friends, parents, teachers, and other mentors for their continuous support and dedication to us for the last 4 years. We really would not be here without any of them, any of you. I always imagined what graduation would be like, but I never thought the day would actually come. In my mind, life is like playing a video game. Everything would start over when I turned 18 years old, but it doesn't work that way, and life goes on. So here we are, ready to get on with our true lives. Whether or not high school was a good experience for us, I hope we learned some valuable lessons along the way during our stay at Zama. I know I personally did. It's not just about the education, but the experiences as well. I will never know what would have happened had I done things differently, or even if I'd gone to a different school. I only know I must accept the cards I am dealt with, and must play them to the best of my ability. In this case, I tried to make my stay at Zama a positive one, and hopefully you did too. Our attitude goes a long way. If we are upset or frustrated, we may not have the best of times. But if we have a positive outlook on the situation, even the smallest things can make our day. Like Mr. Chester would always say, it's the small things in life that make the matters worthwhile. Through the years, we laughed, joked, sang, cried, and complained about our teachers and parents, or homework in classes, or failures and successes. But now it is time to take advantage of those memories and lessons and use them to help us get through the unknown stages of our lives. If there is anything you will remember about today, it is that you received and earned your high school diploma. So don't take this moment for granted, because it really is an important part. Only you made that happen. Although others may have pushed and coached you along the way, encouraged you to turn your work in or climb out of bed every morning, in the end, it was you who made that happen. You who put forth the effort to go to class and make the grade. To make the grade. Continue using that drive to help you succeed in the world. In the end, it all comes down to what we do, our actions, our choices that will determine our future. Work for that future, because I believe it will somehow change and impact the world. We are the future engineers and artists, the teachers and politicians, the service members, and even parents. So let us make our mark in the world and don't sell ourselves for less than what we're worth, because each of us are priceless. I have great confidence that we will all succeed. If we put forth our best effort, we will benefit from our hard work. Do not think that this is the end of our accomplishments, because this is officially the start of your adult life. Whatever your plans are after today, just know that we are all proud of you. And I could not ask for a better class of graduates to share this special day with. I had a great time with you guys over the years and wish you all the best of luck in your future. Again, congratulations to my class of 2014. Today is truly our day.
What's up, y'all? Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to now introduce our guest speaker. This man has served in numerous staff positions in the United States Army around the world. He was deployed overseas for Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom, with his most recent deployment as the Assistant Division Commander, Maneuver, 1st Armored Division. He assured his present duties as Commander, United States Army Japan and I Corps Forward on June 25th, 2013. Some of his awards he received were the Distinguished Service Medal with Oak Leaf Cluster, the French Superior Service Medal, the Legion of Merit with 2 Oak Leaf clusters, Bronze Star with 2 Oak Leaf clusters. He's married to the love of his life. He's married to the love of his life, Nancy Boozer, and they have 4 children and 1 grandchild. So please welcome with me Major General James C. Boozer. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Thank you. You can see.
Hey, Saad, thanks. Should have cut that just a little bit shorter, but that's all right. Hey, first of all, congratulations to 57 wonderful young adults of the Zama American High School, class of 2014. Let's give them a round of applause. We also today absolutely have to acknowledge and congratulate the parents of these great young adults, their teachers and administrators. I would say well done all around. Principal, yeah, let's do it. Go ahead. Principal Derr, Assistant Principal Seawright, Assistant Principal Ryan. I really want to thank you for allowing me to speak today. I am so very, very honored. Now, I know I wasn't the first choice, and it's okay. I really understand. President Obama was the first choice. The Vice President, I know, was the second choice. But Justin Bieber before me? I'm hurt. But I'll get over it, and I'll try to do my best. I want to also thank Mr. Benz for taking these great 57 young adults, a 100% graduation rate, under your wing, Mr. Benz, for your support. Thank you. Ms. Rout, Mr. Journey, thank you also for your super support of our Zama schools. Captain Lyman, Captain Deal, Captain McLaurin, giddy up. All right, we're going to maybe make history. This might be the first ever graduation where we actually have what I call audience participation. And I do that a little bit just to keep you awake and to try to make this as memorable as I can. And so, every now and then, and Saad already said it, but every now and then, I'm going to ask you to giddy up on it one time. And what I want you to do when I say giddy up on it one time, or if I say giddy up, you come back to me with a loud giddy up. Let's give it a shot. Giddy up on it one time. Giddy up! Wow. They're educated and they're trainable. Well, listen, for me it's been, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but almost 38 years since I graduated high school. Giddy up. Giddy up! I'm going to like this. And I remember a whole lot of things about that day. But of all of the things I remember, I certainly don't have a clue who the commencement speaker was, and I certainly don't remember anything they may have said. So acknowledging that fact, if I can't make this commencement speech memorable, I'll at least try to make it short. And I'll try to follow, the 3 rules of good speeches, what we call the 3 B's: be bright, be brief, and be gone. I can absolutely be brief and I can absolutely be gone. The be bright part for me has always been a challenge. But it's not a challenge for Ann Bach and Sophia Walker, who set the bar pretty high already. Ladies, giddy up. And I really only have 4 quick thoughts for you today. The first thought is, what starts here changes the world. What starts here changes the world. Tonight, or today, or this morning, there are 57 of you that are graduating. And if you were to Google Ask.com, it would say that the average American meets about 10,000 people in a lifetime. That's a whole lot of people. But if just every one of you, 57, changed the lives of just 10 people, and each one of those folks changed the lives of another 10 people, just 10, then in 5 generations, the class of 2014 will have changed the lives of 6 million people. 6 million people. Think of it. That's the size or the population of the city of Dallas, Texas. You go one more generation, and you can change the lives of 60 million people. That's more people than we have in the country of France or Italy or England. You might think it's hard to change the lives of 10 people, change their lives forever. I'd say you're wrong. I saw it happen quite frequently in Iraq with our great soldiers. A young Army officer makes a decision to go left versus right, and he saves their lives. But if you think about it, not only were these soldiers saved by the decisions of one person, but their children yet unborn were also saved. And their children's children were saved. Lives changed. Generations were changed and saved by one decision, by one person. Giddy up. Giddy up. But the changing of the world can happen. It can happen anywhere, and anyone, and you, anyone, can do it. So what starts here can indeed change the world. But the question is, what will the world look like after you change it? Well, I'm very confident that's going to look much, much better. But if you'll humor me for just a couple of moments, I have a few suggestions on how you might go about changing the world and making it a better place. But first, let me say what a very impressive group of graduates before us. And Principal Derr rattled off some of the stats. 65% of you are already headed to college, some in Japan and some in other universities throughout the United States. And he mentioned that 4 will join the armed services. Giddy up on that. Yeah. This group of graduates also had some impressive stats in sports. The seniors led Zama High School to the girls and boys Division II track and field championship. And the baseball team won the Division II Far East tournament. Giddy up. And the principal mentioned the fact that they have earned over $2 million in scholarships. Parents, you're welcome. Giddy up. You have learned an awful lot over the past 12 years of schooling. But, let's be honest. Outside of college, you won't use a whole lot of it again. At least not the stuff you learned in books. However, much of what you already learned, and Principal Derr mentioned it, in kindergarten, you will use for your entire life. Certainly you've gotten better at those things that you've learned in kindergarten over the past 12 years, but trust me, there's always room for improvement, and the things you learned in kindergarten are tried and true, and they never change. They are constant. And they should be your guiding principles as you head out into the world. Now you can Google the full list of things that you may have forgotten that you learned in kindergarten. Just Google Robert Fulghum, and he'll show you the list of those things. I just want to highlight 4 of them. First one is play fair. The time will come when you have the opportunity to cheat or take a shortcut. A time where the short-term gain looks awfully attractive. However, playing fair makes long-term gains and long-term happiness much more likely. People remember those who play fair and treat them well. Play fair. Giddy up. Giddy up. Number 2, clean up your own mess. You're going to make mistakes. Some of them are going to be bigger than spilled milk. When you do, own it and fix it. Your character and what you stand for becomes evident when trying to overcome a mistake. Clean up your own mess. Giddy up. Giddy up. Number 3, live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, draw, paint some, eat some cookies, sing, dance, play, and work every day. Some. Life will throw you challenges, and it's tempting to become focused on one single thing, whether it's work or play. Like in kindergarten, happiness comes from working hard and playing hard. Live a balanced life. Giddy up on that one time. Yeah. Now, parents, you are graduating today as well. Some of you are graduating to one fewer in the house. Others are graduating to a full-fledged empty nestum. If you thought the past 12 years were tough, the toughest part is yet to come. At least for a little while. Nancy and I have been empty nesters for about 10 years now, and at first we were like, well, now what do we do? But after about a year of feeling lost, we started asking, well, wow, there's so much we can do. Where do we start? So parents, congratulations, good luck, and have fun yourselves. Graduates, give your parents a round of applause, please. Okay, back to our graduates. Your parents gave you, I think, a rather unique opportunity. The opportunity to attend and ultimately graduate high school overseas. There are simply not that many Americans who have had this chance. You may not fully realize it yet, but your experience in high school in Japan will serve you well. You've got an instant conversation starter. You've got cultural perspective. You've got some foreign language ability. And you've got resiliency. You've got a group of friends who share this unique experience. Another lesson number 4 from kindergarten, is share. Share everything. When you leave Japan, share your experience and lessons with those who did not have your unique opportunity. Share everything. Giddy up on that one time. Yeah. Finally, let's give the teachers and your administrators one more round of applause. These dedicated servants and members of an honored profession have done great work to prepare you for the next step in your lives. Thank you. Lots of folks have made this graduation and this ceremony possible today. And I ask that you look at the long list in your program, and when you get an opportunity, thank those folks, and I know you will. In closing, Nancy and I want to again congratulate you, your parents, your teachers, and administrators. Well done. Good luck. And remember, change starts here. Play fair. Clean up your mess. Live a balanced life. Share everything. Ichidan, giddy up.
Thank you, General Boozer. Ladies and gentlemen, now for the moment we have all been waiting for. The presentation of the diplomas to the class of 2014. Carlo Navarro Aglabat. Nadia Hyder Almomory. Saad Hyder Almomory. And Yonbi Bach. Sierra Alexandria Baldwin. Christina Mari Baldwin. Hiroshi Michael Beal. Raymond Jamal Peace Bester. Mateus Tabor Camacho. Jason David Chiarenza. Janella Ann Lopez Chitterman. Lisa Clark. Courtney Charisse Coleman. Benjamin David Cook. Elijah Brady Cox. Daniela Haruka Draper. Stephen Shintaro Dykstra. Adrian Christian Evangelista. Mina Louise Shimizu Fisher. Mika Denise Glover. Kelsey Christina Gomez. Caleb Jason Gunn. Anthony Noriji Harris. Nicholas Alonzo Hernandez Sire. Ariel Marie Ella Hicks. Joseph Keith Hinkle. Taylor Nicole Hunter. Janelle Dwayne Rossell Lavette. Naya Nicole Lewis. Lakeisha Nicole Marshall. Yasmin Santos Masco. Keisha Mishazek. Rafael Morales II. Kayla Nicole Meeder. Hina Ogawa. Kianis Nicole Okindo Cruz. Cyril McLaren Panganiban. Michael Roy Patterson III. Candace Ivalani Tolentino Quinn. Alicia Jasmine Reed. Natalia Alexandra Ruiz. Whitney Erin Russell. Jacob Connor Scott. Sesuke Shimizu. Kenneth Andrew Swoboda. Michael Fuentes Tagalog. Jasmine Nicole Tapia. Michael Anthony Thompson II.
I'm a senior. Yes.
Cody Croft Troxel. Christian Joseph Venslauskas. Deanna Marie Wade. Sophia Hizuki Walker. Ryan Takumi Walls. Albert Taro Warnes. Dominique Kiana Watkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, this day really is all about the class of 2014. I think I would be remiss if I didn't mention two teachers that have helped many, many students throughout their careers. They're retiring at the end of this school year, and I'd like each one to stand and be recognized. First, Mr. Tom Allensworth. Thanks, Tom, for all that you do for so many students. And the next gentleman, a lot of alumni like to say, if you didn't have Mr. Schulte, you didn't go to Zama High School. Mr. Doug Schulte. Thank you guys for all that you did for our students. Seniors, please rise. On behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, Department of Defense Pacific Area and its director, Dr. Linda Curtis, and the Japan District, and we're so pleased to have her here today, our superintendent, Mrs. Lois Rapp. I have reviewed and certified with Miss Russell's help. Believe me, Miss Russell has a lot of credit for getting you all here also. Miss Russell, help me review your transcripts. I now have the honor and privilege to announce that you Each of you, as members of the class of 2014, are now graduates of Zama American High School. Graduates, please advance your tassels. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Zama American High School, I wish to each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. Life is a series of starting over. It's now time for you to make a fresh start. I encourage you to make the most of your opportunities. Live today as though there is no tomorrow, but plan for tomorrow as if you will live forever. May the future be yours. Congratulations, graduates. Please turn and face your family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the graduating class of 2014. And that concludes our graduation ceremony for today. Thanks, Mr. Binns.